Hi, I'm Marcy, and I'm here today to share with you my experience that I had with the Women's Care Center. When I was in the 11th grade, I was 16 years old, and I'd been in a relationship with a boy for a few years, and I found myself pregnant. Of course, I was devastated, scared, shocked, angry, just full of awful, awful emotions, and I just didn't know what to do. I didn't want anyone to know that I was pregnant, especially my parents. So behind their back, I planned an abortion. The day before the abortion was scheduled to happen, my mother got a phone call and was told that I was in fact pregnant and planning to abort. She immediately took me to the Women's Care Center. I met with Brenda weekly to discuss the different options of parenting and adoption. We discussed what my life would look like, what my child's life would look like under both circumstances. And as the time went on, it became clearer and clearer to me that I was in no position to be a parent. I loved this child inside of me so much that I wanted everything for him. I wanted him to have everything I had and even more. Placing my child for adoption and putting his life ahead of my heart has and always will be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. After I made that difficult decision of placing my child, it opened doors for me and allowed me to live the life that allowed me to go to college. I became an exchange student in England. I've traveled to over 30 different countries, and I've met a wonderful man, and I've been married now for several years, and I have a 4-year-old son, and I've just now experiencing motherhood for the first time. And it really does confirm to me that the decision I made when I was 16, I really had no business thinking I could be a good mother to him. Now that I look back, I am just absolutely thrilled that I was taken care of so gently and kindly and lovingly at the Women's Care Center. Brenda Newport guided me and still continues to guide me to this day, and just provides me with a friendship that's lasted forever. Last January, I went to Haiti on a missionary trip with my church. And when I got there, I just had this overwhelming sense that God was telling me to find him. When I got to meet with Stephen, I, for the very first time, was able to share with him my story and let him know the reason I had chosen Franken City to parent him rather than myself. I told him how young I was and immature and just not ready to be a parent. I also told him that I had an abortion planned, and he didn't know any of that, and he was in shock. And when I told him just, the situations that I was going through at the time, I remember his face just dropping and saying, "Oh my gosh, thank you." The parallels that we have in our lives just were shocking. He loves to travel. He was an exchange student like myself. He likes to ski, and I love snow sports also. His father was a doctor, which I did know that, and ironically I married my husband who's a doctor. His mother actually has a degree in sociology, and that's what I got my degree in. So Stephen has just recently in May graduated with his pharmaceutical degree, and now he's headed off to law school and he's studying pharmaceutical law. And I just can't believe how successful he is. And when I look and think about the life I would have provided him with, I can almost guarantee he would not be where he is today. I am so grateful that he had the courage to connect with me and allow me to have this beautiful relationship with him. I just wanted to say that I'm thankful that I was able to look across the table at my son and see him and realize that I did not choose abortion. He is my legacy of love.